What is up, everybody? And I know, for the love of God, I have been gone for a while. I know I've been gone for a while. Look at the wrong space. I've been gone for a while. But I was working on a lot of projects. I got a lot of stuff done. I'll announce what I'm all doing later in the show. So I'm not gonna waste your time, because right now we got shit to talk about today. And today we are going to be talking about Logan Paul going into the UFC. No, it's late. Like I said, I wasn't here, but I got a lot to say. Anyways, as you know, Logan Paul had his big boxing fight. We talked about it on this show. We talked about it in the podcast. And, you know, it was a huge success for him. And now Logan Paul wants to go ahead and he wants to join the UFC. And I'm pretty sure his brother does. But for this one, I'm going to just be focusing on Logan Paul, because there's all kinds of shit we can say about Jake Paul. And you can watch that on the podcast, and I've been saying that a lot. I'll be bringing up this in the next episode. So yeah, Logan Paul wants to get signed on to the UFC, and obviously he's been talking to Dana White, saying, hey bro, resign me bro. Hey bro, you not resign, but hey bro, sign me bro. You need to take me on, bro. You need to bring on like the moneymaker, man. I can make so much money. And Dana White's just like, no. Just no. There have been people that have been on the side with Dana White saying that Logan Paul shouldn't go, he's going to get killed, he's going to get destroyed. And then there are some people who side with Logan Paul and bring up CM Punk as an example, which we'll get to later on in this episode. And right now, I'm just going to get right to the point. Logan Paul, he would not survive in the UFC whatsoever. Yeah, I know people use his KSI boxing match as an example of, oh, he's a decent fighter, he could possibly fight, he's going to be decent fight, but you can't use that example, kind of. Reason one why you can't use it, it was an isolated boxing match. Like, yeah, it was in their own YouTube World Wrestling boxing match, and they actually have belts to represent who's champion and who's not. But see, the problem with that is that it's not in like a world-renowned boxing match, like boxing organization. And yeah, like it's popular as shit and people know, and there's faces who fight, and like there's people on the card who people recognize, which, you know, it's kind of rare because not many people, and casual people will know a lot of the people in the boxing match, except for maybe the first or second like big really draws of the card. But the fact of the matter is that it's an isolated thing. Logan Paul was fighting KSI, who, yeah, he's got a year on his belt and he already has a boxing match, but again, it's on the same level. And you could put somebody against Logan Paul on the same level in boxing, but you would probably get destroyed because that person has been probably training a hell of a lot longer than he has. And it's just like the UFC, it's going to be the same for boxing. If Logan Paul or even KSI were to enter in a legitimate, actual boxing match, they would both die. This, what they had, was a celebrity boxing match. Those guys, while they are celebrities, are pure fighters. Their whole thing is to fight. Their whole thing is for you too. They're not main fighters. And even if he was to go ahead and fight somebody on his level, I would barely give him 3 rounds. And giving him 3 rounds is very, very generous. Of course, to this new story, people have been reacting to it, especially the UFC fighters who gave their words on it, saying that, you know, Logan Paul shouldn't enter, Logan Paul is going to get destroyed, and some even offering a match to just show him how hard it is, because he'll get destroyed. Basically, a lot of people in the UFC aren't very happy with the fact that Logan Paul just wants to stroll his way in. See, I understand why they're mad, but what baffles me is that there are people out there who don't understand. So let me just break it down for you just real quick. Now, maybe a lot of you might not understand, but have you ever had that customer who walks into your store and acts like they can do their job better than you can? Like, you might not be doing something well, and they think, oh, well, how hard can your job be? Oh, it's not that hard of a job, don't even start. That's what Logan Paul was basically doing right here. Like, he's not verbally saying that he's better than a lot of MMA fighters, but the fact that he just wants to get signed because he had a single boxing match and he thinks that he could do UFC and he could just walk into the octagon when a bunch of these people have been training for years and years, some dedicating their entire whole lives to just this one sport. It's insulting. It's the equivalent of someone coming up to you in a customer service or retail job and thinking that they can do your job better than you can. Insulting, it's rude, it's disrespectful, and I can understand why a lot of UFC fighters are very upset with this. And now, the second thing I want to bring up is that people have been bringing up the fact that CM Punk would lose to Logan Paul in a fight. Like, if Logan Paul were to get signed, the best person to put him up against would be CM Punk. I just find that funny that people think that Logan Paul could actually beat CM Punk. Don't get me wrong, I'm a huge CM Punk fan, and even I have to admit that both of the matches that he had, especially the first one, were god-awful, just horrible matches. And after the first one, I would have recommended that he didn't go into the second one. But CM Punk has a background in athleticism. True, I get it, WWE isn't real, but you gotta train hella hard for this shit. Even some of the bigger guys that look like they don't work out a lot, they gotta pull a lot of weight. Like, Mark Henry's a big fat dude, but have you ever seen that man bench press? That man can bench press a lot of weight. And like the Big Shows, they just do. Just the fact that he comes from a very heavy athletic background. Despite the fact that WWE is scripted and matches aren't real, it is a very athletic thing to do. And while Logan Paul has had a fight, like I said, he doesn't have a background in that. Okay. I was wrong. I will admit that wrong. Apparently, Logan Paul is like, what, a Division I, Division II wrestler? Finished top 5. Okay. So maybe he has a chance at fighting CM Punk. I'm still on the side that CM Punk would probably win. Don't get me wrong. If I was CM Punk, I probably still wouldn't take the match. Learning this new information, there is that chance that Logan Paul could actually beat him. And if you even were to beat Logan Paul, it wouldn't mean anything. He wouldn't be considered a fighter in a lot of the UFC guys. So you winning against Logan Paul wouldn't mean anything, and you losing to Logan Paul would ruin your reputation. So that's a lose-lose either way, man. So let's wrap this up in a beautiful bow. This is a message to Logan Paul, if you ever see this at all. If you really, really, truly want to get into MMA, not just the UFC, but MMA in general, dude, I would recommend training for a few years and not going straight to the UFC. I'm not undermining them at all. There's still some very, very, very talented fighters in these promotions, but go to like Strikeforce and Bellator. Maybe you get noticed by UFC, maybe Dana White looks at you a little better, and then you get brought up. UFC is not the right direction to go out of the gate. You need to build yourself up if you're going to start like this. But that's all I have time for today. I am truly, truly sorry I haven't posted in about 3 or 4 weeks. I have been so busy with a lot of things that I'm going to be announcing right now. First off, one of the things that I am working on is my album called Error Message. I keep looking at the wrong thing. Error Message. And it's a cute little album that I made. It's comprised of a lot of new music that I made. I had my first album released back in 2017. Don't look at the Spotify thing. It's 2017. I just had to re-upload it. And then I have Air Message, which is going to come out October 24th. So look for that out. You should also listen to my other music on Spotify. I have 2 singles out right now, possibly dropping a third this week. You just got to go ahead and scout on, and I'll leave a link in the description. Second thing I've been working on, as you guys know, is my podcast, Watching the World Burn. It's beginning a lot of not a lot of traction, but people are listening to it, and I'm genuinely proud, of what me and Dero have been doing. So if you want to listen, we are talking about the Shane Dawson thing, the Shane Dawson series of the Mind of Jake Paul that's happening. Go check that out. We do have some spicy topics out there for y'all today. But as always, my name is Mize. Thank you all for watching, and I will catch you in the next episode, whenever that comes out. Peace.